We are looking for talents, check the end of the video for more. Valorant, but reimagined. Oh my, look at these beautiful god rays, shiny reflections, and overly aggressive fog that definitely isn't competitively unfair. Okay, you got me, it's not actually Valorant, it's Unreal Engine 5. You gotta credit Zane and the Joanna plugin team for it. They did an amazing job making this all possible. Anyway, here is real Valorant, or is it? If I show you two still images and told you one of them is fake, which one would it be? The left one or the right one? Truth is, they are both fake. Both are captured in Unreal Engine 5. If you don't believe me, let's do a quick comparison. This is the real Valorant, this is the map imported in Unreal 5, and this is it reimagined with our efforts. Which one do you like the most? I have to admit, just walking around in the most beautiful settings really make me wish this was actually how the maps look. Which sadly they don't, it's all just Unreal Engine 5. At the end of this video, I'll show you how to use the Joanna map import script to create community content yourself. But for now, I want you to join me on a journey beyond the lands of man. How broken would Valorant be if there were no invisible walls? And how would the balance of the map shift with Cyphermain sitting with operators in coffee shops? Well, before I show that, I want to show you something insane first. But before I show that to you, just a quick disclaimer. Everything that you see in this and the upcoming videos that isn't related to the maps is made solely by myself and the content team. It is only meant for entertaining purposes, and we are not going to release this ever, unless Riot states we won't get any troubles for doing so. Okay, with that out of the way, let's take a look at this. Zane managed to simulate the Vandal in Unreal 5. It even shoots, reloads, sways when you look around, shake when you move about, and you can even inspect it. Same with the Sheriff, here's a quick comparison. The shading is a tiny bit off, but it still looks pretty damn close, doesn't it? Well, let's hope it does, because we've spent so many hours trying to reimagine this as close to the game as possible. We even managed to get the glitch pop Vandal working. It looks so good, doesn't it? Now, you might be wondering, why would we want to spend so many hours recreating something that already exists? Well, you see, to get you to subscribe, blah blah blah, YouTube moment, and because we can make our own variations of already existing skins. Like the green glitch pop Vandal. What do you think, hit or miss? Yeah, so any other YouTuber ever would stop here, but this is the Archmeton channel. We took the extra step to even make it so we can showcase community-made skins. Shout out to Brapaka in a realistic environment. For example, what do you think about this Karambit Iron concept? It really fits Phoenix's jacket. How about the Iron Ghost? I would love to see this in Valorant in the future as some kind of new bundle. Now, what if I told you we went the extra mile to do something even bigger than a Karambit Iron? I mean, what could possibly be cooler than custom skins? Well, what about this sus-looking Sheriff? No? Okay, fine. Let's move on to the notorious Outlands. And what better map to go beyond than the map that got left beyond? Split. As an attacker, you spawn in a cheaply blocked area. And look at all the freedom we suddenly have. We can basically go wherever we want to. Like all the way up to the street here. Though, don't go too far, the Matrix only renders so much. We don't want to cause an existential crisis for the agents when they figure out they actually live in a simulation. How do you guys feel about developers using invisible walls to keep us from leaving a map? Isn't it kinda lazy? Wouldn't it be much better if they just came up with a creative way to block something off instead of using waist-height fences? Like bigger fences, super creative. Let's say we want to push the A bomb site, but unfortunately for us, Killjoy has our entire setup locking down the A main. In real Valorant, you would be kinda doomed, but we aren't in real Valorant. By jumping the fence and following the grass path, we pull off the most insane flank in the history of Valorant. I know I say this in every video ever, but goddamn, imagine if this was actually in Valorant. It would change so much. For example, maybe the Killjoy wouldn't be playing here, but instead broke the window of the little coffee shop and contested us from there. Or what if Race double satchel jumped onto the balcony here? Pretty cool, huh? By the way, did you know they actually modeled a part of the inside of the train station? Not sure how you would get to the train though, it's kinda high up and there are no staircases. If we move over to the CT spawn, you'll hopefully understand why I called the developers lazy. Seriously, I know aesthetics are important and all, but come on Riot, you're better than this. What is stopping the agents from walking around here? There's nothing here, not even a fence. Unfortunately for our little experiment, there isn't much that would change if we run here in the beginning of the round. As you wouldn't see much back here, maybe you would catch a rotator, but that's it. I did get an idea though. What if we could climb the scaffolding in front of us? You would go straight up to the best sniper spot of split, and if they don't go mid and instead push A or B, you can simply jump down mid or back to spawn. Riot, if you're listening, do me and the community a favor and make it so we can disable invisible walls and barriers in custom games. It would make so many fun moments for the casual players among us. Finally, we have bombs at B, where with some smart movement, we can jump the wall here and enter our eternal prison. My thoughts and prayers are out there for the families of the many gardeners that attempted to cut the grass here. Did you know Valorant has hidden messages? Not just the hidden terrorist bears, but the messages meant to be only seen by developers. Props to BK from the Yuana team for figuring it out. On the newest map Pearl, for example, you'll find a very big sign that reads, or screams rather in full capital letters, "Don't cover this. Move if you need to. It's used for 5v5 bomb plant test. Has no gameplay impact!" Exclamation mark. What does this gibberish mean? Why can't we cover this? Why are we allowed to move it, and what is the 5v5 bomb plant test they're on about? Well, we aren't 100% sure, but we do have a solid guess. Did you know Valorant has working bots that can play actual maps? I mean, we have seen them run about in the range, but they also work on the actual maps. Presumably, these markers that they have on Pearl are used to tell the bots that they need to go there to plant the spike, and for the opposite side to defend the spike here. So after each small change in the code and whatnot, they can run hundreds of tests rapidly after each other to test for any rare bugs. It's a lot more efficient and cheaper than to hire a dozen testers to test every small new thing. A lot of game developers do this actually, but it might mean that in the future, when a teammate disconnects, a bot could spawn in instead. Just like how it was in CSGO before they removed it from competitive for no goddamn reason. So, how can you do all of this that I showed in the video yourself? Well, like I said, you can't get the guns or any Valorant content that we show aside from the maps unless Riot allows us to share it. It's their property, and we just showcase concepts that we would like to see in Valorant. The Unreal Map Importer script on the other hand, you can get. It's made open source on GitHub by the amazing Yuana team. So how do you get this all to work? Well, you could read the GitHub README that has everything explained in detail, but we all know you're lazy, so don't worry, I got you. To start, you have to download Unreal Engine 5 through Epic Games. Then you open it, I know, crazy, make and name a C++ project, where you might have to download Visual Studio, wait 2000 hours for shaders to finish doing whatever they do, thank you Epic Games, very epic. And when it's done rendering the shaders, close Unreal Engine and hop over to your Documents folder in your File Explorer. And look for your project, it should be around here. Open that folder and create a Plugins folder with capital P. So right click, create new folder and call it Plugins. Okay Grandpa, if you're still following me, download the GitHub files and drop it all in the Plugins folder. Very nice. Next up, open Unreal Engine 5 again and open your project. There, just in case, create and save a new level like this and open it. Now click the little icon on top to open the menu and make sure the packs folder is correctly set to your, well, packs folder. Make sure to enable what you want to import, select the map and press generate map. This takes, at least for me, once again ages, so just lay back, relax, open Netflix for all I care and wait for it to finish. And voila, the map should appear. Oh, and make sure to click the save button and this one as well when you're done. For any questions, check out the Yuana GitHub page. They know a lot more about it than I do. So now that we've concluded this very cool tutorial, if you're wondering about our next Valorant Reimagined video, it's going to get bloody and deadly. Be on the lookout. Also, if you want to help me and Zane make dumb stuff in Unreal Engine 5 and you have solid experience as a 3D artist, animator or generally just with Unreal Engine 4 or 5 and C++, please shoot me an email. Thank you.